won't allow you to go and disgrace us everywhere, showing your nakedness to people. So no, it is not part of us. So family have influence, great influence in the career choice of of their children. And other things involved. We have friends. Friends also influence career choices. Maybe you have a friend that is an engineer. That also motivates your morale and you wish to be a doctor. You have a friend that is a musician. You also wish to be like him. And because the people you work together with have a lot, over 50% impact in your own life, because it is what they live and talk about every day that influences your reasoning and your belief system. Research consultant, a research specialist. And we believe that people who live in a cluster, like people who live opposite this compound, live here, live in these compounds, the people in this cluster, they have average reasoning. Because you'll be meeting your neighbor talking. Anything that happens, your neighbor will come and tell you. And it means that the way they believe, you people will be sharing ideas. At the end of the day, you people in this cluster reason averagely the same. So, but if you move away a little, like 5 compounds away, they may be reasoning a little bit different from people here. So the people you meet every day also determine your career, your choice in life. And that is why you must always be very selective on people that are emotionally intelligent, that they can very difficult to influence them. If you think you are not that emotional intelligent person, do not be very, very careful. Sieve the kind of people that you go around with. Personal interest also is wants to be this, but your own, you choose to be that. You want to be different. Personal interest. So your personal interest is even better, because I believe by personal interest, you must have weighed yourself. You have put yourself in a scale and weighed yourself and know your ability. You know your strengths in life. In nature of life, you have what they call SWOT analysis. You have measured yourself. You know your strength, your opportunity, if you check what other people are doing, and inside yourself, you see what you can do. You then make your choice to align with it. All right, so something you must always remember. Remember that if you are willing, whatsoever you need in life, if you are willing, you can do it. There is nothing bigger than any human being. I repeat, there is nothing you can do it. So it is our self-doubt that always makes us incapacitated in certain things. I will shed more light on why sometimes we are not capable in some things that we do. And if you believe, you can. If you believe, you can. Okay, so we'll talk about requisites to succeed in your career. The requisites to succeed in your career. You must have a strong self-will. Strong self-will. I beg, leave me for this one. This one I cannot. Even if you have that potential to do, you will not do it. Because there is an extra energy to every human being that is inside you that you have not discovered. Every one of us that are here, there is an ability in you that you have not yet discovered yet. Even till tomorrow, there is an ability in you that you have not discovered. Until something that is bigger than you will not pass the O level. I repeat, until you do something that you have never done before, you will not pass your former level or your current level. You must try new things in order to attain new levels. All right, so your resources, you commit your all, your energy. Say, this thing, I must try it too. You try, you fail, you try again. You fail, you try again. In fact, failure is a positive attribute to people that try. Because nobody succeeds without trying. And most people who have succeeded and become great people, great inventors, if you go close to them, those people that you like, those people that are to them, and they tell you how they became that star, that you are loving and following them, admiring them, you may not want to be like them. You may not want to follow them again. If they tell you what they have passed through before they discover and be at that place, you may run away and not want to follow them again. That's their profession. So you must be highly committed. Another is discipline and character. Every career to succeed, you must be disciplined and you must possess a positive character. In fact, character sometimes is as important as the skill. Character is as important as what? The skill. And that is why for those of us that have gone to school and have gotten certificates, you will see, what do they write in your certificate? They say that you have succeeded in what? Content and what? In character. And that is why they have passed you. So if your character is not positive enough, it means even what you know will not have good influence in you. You may become the best doctor, but you don't know how to manage human being. You don't know how to talk to your patients. You don't know how to relate with the relative of your patients. You don't know how to do one or two properly. That has to do with character. That your high medical skill will be in vain. Because people will not consult you. People will not do what? Consult you. Some nurses in the village I always engage in community health activities. Some nurses in the village have made villagers. Women in the village refuse to go to the hospital to get health medical checks, even to go born pikin, to go get child delivery. They no one go there because village nurses sometimes they refuse. They forget their training and talk to these women anyhow when they come to the hospital. And these women say, I prefer that woman for house that traditional birth attendant because they pamper us. They talk to us respectfully. But those nurses, then they talk to us anyhow. Because of that, them who are supposed to upgrade into a civil and Western medical system, they fear because of the bad character of nurses. Some students would have been great in one subject matter or the other, but the character of their teacher makes them to fear that subject. Some students are bad in mathematics, not because they wouldn't know, but because the teacher handling it has a bad character. So your character has a lot to do with your career. And those who consume the output of your career, if they are not satisfied with the way you give it, it will have a way affecting your growth in your character, in your career. Mind you, career choice is different from career path. Career choice is first choosing the kind of profession you should do. Career path is that you have already chosen that choice. You have gotten the training. But you want to grow to be at the top of that career. You are an engineer. You are a musician. You sabi sing. But you want to follow to also be among the top musicians in the world. That is career path. You have already chosen to be a musician. But you want to vie to be at the top. That means that is the career path. You must work hard to be as a musician. You must gather more experience so that you can grow at the ranks till you get to the top. You want to be a policeman, like I was saying. You have successfully gone through the training, 6 months training, and you succeed to get your police number. That is what makes someone police, not the uniform, the number. You've gotten that number, that ID, and they have given you that uniform. Next is, do you want to remain as a constable, or which level do you want to grow to end as a policeman? If you want to grow to a commissioner or IG, then you need extra training. You need to go more to school. You need to get extra training, extra experience, so that will shoot you to the height. That is then the career path. The other one, just to be a police, was your career choice. So while you have chosen a career, Don't just want to end there. Vie to get to the top, because that it is when you get to the top that you become a successful career person. All right. So, so you must discipline yourself and develop a good character by having integrity and self-control to earn trust from people. So there is a level where career choice begins. That begins in your secondary school. While we were in JS1, JS2, JS3, at that point, you may not be thinking what you will do. Some schools may begin to boost it in you. At the end of JS1, some now in primary school, some even in nursery, they will one day say it's career day. No be so? They say it's career day, and they will carry a big a nursing gown and wear some students. This one, they will wear their helmet and say, you fall into the group of engineer. This one, okay, you people, you fall into a group of bankers. You fall into the group of soldiers, military. They just give them not their choice, but giving them sense of reasoning of what they should be or what profession is all about. They are catching them young. And then at your end of junior secondary school, some schools, as you step into SS1, what happens? They say, choose your area. Either you want to be a science student, or you want to be a management science student, or you want to be what? An art student. That is where your career have started in life. Have you ever made that choice before? That is when your career started. You wanted to be a lawyer. It is when you choose arts. You want to be an engineer. It started that time that you choose science. You want to be a great accountant. It started from when you choose management science. Back in our days, they call it social sciences. That is when your career started. So if you choose wrong, your problem starts from there. That is the foundation. If you choose wrong, your problem starts there. So at that moment, parents, you have to guide your children. Don't just leave that guide to the teachers. Guide your children, because at that time, they don't know well. They don't know much. Help better. In conjunction with what they say, counselors. But these days, most schools don't have counselors anymore. Back then, when some of us were still in school, we had school counselors that will come and be saying these things I'm saying to the school. But nowadays, they don't have them. So students just, if you are unfortunate to come up from where you have guides, you will just be doing tumbo in your life, in your choice making. All right, so it starts at selection of your area of studies, whether science or arts or social sciences. So at this juncture, I said here, at this juncture, you seek proper and expert counseling to select the relative academic subjects combination that is relevant. The key ones are science and technical, or science and technology. That is science and technical. One here is medical. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse or caregiver, you want to be a radiographer, you want to be a pharmacist, you want to be a specialist in public health. Those are our lab technician. Then those are all, and more are under medical. You want to be an engineer. We have aerospace engineer. Their own is to produce aeroplane. You want to be a mechanical engineer. They design and repair vehicles. If you want to be water engineer, those are the ones that connect water, boreholes, drill water, connect water from source to they build houses. They also construct roofs. You want to be a farmer or want to venture into agriculture, which is one of the best now. Back in our fathers' days, farming was like the oil money that we have today. Most of those roads that you are walking that are still old till today, that are older than you, were built with agricultural money. not with crude oil money. Agric was the best back then in the 80s, 70s, and 60s. From agriculture, Nigeria currency was better than dollar. Do you know that in the 80s, Naira had value than dollar? Of Naira. We were doing very great. Sit down and chop. All money day in life. It can make people become redundant. If you are not careful, there are some gifts you may have, and that makes you to redundant yourself if you are not careful. Oil made us incapacitated. It made us docile. It made us become lazy. But thank Elohim, everything that is happening today, this hardship is also for good. Everything works together for what? Back to farming. All right, so we have, so you want to succeed or develop career in farming. You need to go into, either you go and learn agricultural economics. You go to and learn agri-extension. These are people who work in the communities to teach people how the right seedlings you should plant. This type of mango that now in the better now, people know they plant this kind of mango again. You want to plant oil palm. Okay, don't plant this one where you see. You know, just carry them from back. Come and plant this one. They have crossbreed some of those crops, and it bring improved seedlings that will yield better. If the one that you have around gives you 2 bunches or 2 fruits, you can bring new seedlings that can be giving you 20. That will be doubling what is yielding. So those agricultural people are there. So we also have emerging opportunities. These ones I mentioned are key career paths. And we have other career paths that people choose in life. Like law. You want to be a civil law. Kind of one that you have. Even in law. You want to be a financial lawyer. All are under law. Once you have chosen, say, I want to be a lawyer. When you go inside lawing, that is the first level of career choice. But when you enter into law, you will choose the area of law you want to be. Same thing in engineering. Same thing in medicals. So you then choose your own path, which side that you will function well. You want to be a doctor. There are doctors that their own work only stops at the head. Some doctors, their work only ends at the eye. Some only ends where? At the stomach. Some only ends on the bone. Some doctors, like our brother, their own is just to scan you and do X-ray and see what is the problem in your body. And they send the report to the real doctor that is functioning in that area to check you. So your path depends after your choice where you should go. All right. So there are key, the emerging opportunities, the ones that are in vogue now. The ones that are bringing much money now. Fast money now. The ones our young people are obliging to make fast money are these ones. Okay. We have here artificial intelligence and robotics. Nowadays, I've been watching our sister here. On Facebook, she's developing her artificial intelligence skills, developing videos, developing pictures, and posting them. A lot of videos you are watching now, movies you are watching now, that looks like human being, are actually not human being. It is not human being that acted them. Someone just had used this system, computer, carry people faces, put there, and then talk to those faces. Talk to computer. I want these faces to do like this, and to do like that. And those faces started to act. And you watch them and think it is real. If you don't have that ability to spot well, some you can't even spot it, that it is not real. So people sit down. I saw our brother, that just was sitting here, Brother Oyedika. He sat and developed a music once and said that music, they actually use artificial intelligence to develop it. So many profession that you do, that people were suffering before, to go through rigorous tasks to be able to do them, you can just sit down, use your phone or your laptop to do them now with just artificial intelligence. And people are making a lot of money in it. So go, and if you can learn it, learn it. And you see people consulting you to do a lot of things that you can just sit at home. And those who do artificial intelligence, most of them don't have offices. You see, your home is your office. You just stay there. If you like, you pay taxes. They don't pay taxes because nobody see their office to go and follow them up. You just sit down, be working, delivering, and making a lot of money. We also have cyber security. People who are checking the system, checking the online activities to know whether these things are safe or not. You can learn these things and stay at home to be working. These are the vogue now that is paying people largely.